Good evening from Des Moines, Iowa at Mediacom Stadium for this friendly between the Des Moines Menace and the Iowa Champions League All-Stars. And I'm Henry Gonzalez, joined by Kellen Toach, and we've got some furry friends in the park today.
We do. The Menace are welcoming in all dogs on the field and off. The ICL All-Stars are coming down to Mediacom to take on the Menace in what should be a really fun, friendly matchup as the Menace, they're, at that halfway point of the season. So it's kind of a good time for the coaching staff and, of course, the players to kind of get a friendly matchup, kink a little things and have some fun.
Absolutely. This is a chance for both teams to show off what they've got. And for the Menace, they have a brand new team. Coach Zach Newton has announced that they're finally at 40 members. At one point, they were down to 15 after that second match of the season against Peoria City, and Really, it's just been constant change up until this moment. And now this is a chance for the members of the roster who haven't really gotten a chance to even see the field to play.
Yeah, it's a great time for them, and a great job by Coach Newton. You know, he came in at the early part of the season. There was a lot of rough areas for this team. They couldn't get things going, and he has done nothing but a fantastic job of getting this Menace squad back on the right tracks, on a winning streak right now. And then all these players that they've, every week for us, it's always been somebody new to talk about. So it's a good opportunity for them to get on the field tonight, play in front of a home crowd, and have a good time.
On the other side of the coin, the ICL All-Stars are essentially a group from the indoor league at Iowa, and multiple teams being selected, their players being selected from these rosters. And so it's just a mix of pretty much new faces from all over the league. They're probably playing together for the first time as a group.
Yeah, for both teams, there's a lot of new faces, but then that's a cool opportunity for them to play out here tonight. Obviously, for this all-star team, they probably haven't practiced a lot together. A couple of them have just met on the field warming up. So it might be a little awkward in the first half to kind of figure out, passing tendencies, how to play defense, and how to obviously go on the offensive. But for the Menace, they've had some experience with certain players, and I'm sure they've had a couple practices to kink away at a couple things. But nonetheless, close to a beautiful night in Des Moines and what should be a great matchup.
Should be a great matchup for the homegrown series. It's the third edition between the Des Moines Menace and the ICL All-Stars, and it'll be a tune-up, rather, for the Menace as we take a look at their schedule for the rest of the season. And you've got some big games coming up for the Menace.
Obviously, they've started the season with 2 straight losses to Santa Fe and Peoria. Those were hard, and we all know the levels of which Peoria's program is at. But, Coach Newton, he was hired as the new interim head coach May 30th, and now the Menace are 3-1-1 with him. So they've been on a roll as of late.
Currently, they sit third in the table, and they were just dead last a couple of weeks ago, but they have built themselves into what Coach Newton has called a postseason team. He thinks that they've been counted down and out, but they can make a push, and Peoria City, the very next home game, could very well be the defining moment of the season.
It could be. Those 2 dates on your screens, if you're a Menace fan, you want to circle them, especially the one on the 27th. That game will literally mean everything. Obviously, Sunflower State has meaning to it as well, but against Peoria, that is the game for the Menace, and obviously they're going to be playing Sporting KC in an enclosed-door scrimmage, so that's another opportunity for them to get ready on the 27th for Peoria.
Absolutely, and it comes at a time where just around 4 weeks left in the season, so every game, every match, every play matters. Right now, the Menace find themselves at 10 points with 7 matches played, and Peoria City, their rival, at 16 points with 6 matches played. So definitely a chance, but really that second place is what matters, and right now, Sunflower State technically in the second place spot, but with 9 points and 6 matches, they are praying for a loss.
Yeah, you are. And then that wild card spot's the most important. We talked about it last week. There is such a small room and margin for error, but they're in a good spot. Obviously, this is a fun matchup for them to kind of practice and get ready for that big game. But you touched on it. They're so close. They're on a hot streak, and let's see what they can do tonight.
Absolutely, and we're going to see a handful of players from Des Moines or the Iowa area playing on both sides for the Des Moines Menace and for the ICL All-Stars. Dozens and dozens of players from the Iowa, so we will highlight them throughout the entire matchup today, and it should be a fun one, and perhaps maybe even the odds a bit, since each team they're new to each other, and last year the matchup ended 7-1, but this year there might be the playing field might be leveled a bit for both teams.
It could be open for both teams, and obviously you'd love to see a close game. Now, if you're Coach Newton for the Menace, you'd like to see them go out there and kind of dominate certain steps of the way. But obviously, you love a close matchup, anything to keep the crowd entertained, obviously those tuning in. But we should have a good one set as we're getting close to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Absolutely. And for the national anthem with the clock going at 30 seconds, and I think it's just a great environment for the Des Moines area, just a celebration of the growth of football. And earlier we had the friendly between the Capital City Roots and the Des Moines Menace. Well, now it shows how much these matter, because Grady Walston will start for the Des Moines Menace, and he played for the Capital City Roots during that friendly. So obviously these matches do matter.
Yeah, there's a couple other players that played for the Capital City Roots that we'll touch on when we get to that later point in the broadcast. But it's just such a great environment. That first opening matchup with Capital City, the crowd loved it. It was a beautiful night. We're expecting another great one with obviously fans, and they've brought their dogs with them. So we should have a great night of soccer.
And the honorary captain for today is Griff, and Drake has a long lineage of Bulldogs for their mascot, so I believe he will make an appearance today.
Yeah, that'll be very cool. I go to Drake myself, got to witness the transfer, if you will, of the Griffs, so it'll be great to get him out here. Hopefully we can find him somewhere in the crowd for you all tonight, but nonetheless, you'll be seeing a lot of furry friends.
A lot of furry friends, and they'll be enjoying a great matchup today as we're just getting set, and we'll be back. You're watching Des Moines Menace on Central Iowa Sports Network. All right, now looks like the squad's finally taking the pitch, as after, don't know what the delay is, but finally walking onto the pitch, and you can see some of the bewilderment on the ICL All-Stars faces, perhaps one of the biggest crowds that they've played in.
Yeah, they have obviously an indoor team, so for them this is a amazing opportunity. For the Menace, they're continuing to grow and get comfortable in their new stadium, and you couldn't ask for a better venue. Right in the heart of Des Moines, you've got a great fan base, a local fan base, and this ICL team, they're looking to have this is a great opportunity for them. So they're going to have fun with this one, and obviously the Menace, they're going to do what they need to do to get better.
And right now the teams begin to line up and playing of the national anthem. So we'll be right back, and we'll have a great friendly for you on Central Iowa Sports Network.
Number 5, Elwich Kabula. Number 13, Tato Mendez. Number 14, Rico Montes. Number 16, Maynor Aguilar. Number 17, Kevin Irakosi. Number 18, Cooper Collins. Number 19, Renee Hernandez. Number 20, Flory Gembo. And number 24, Morlar Alamalekan. fans, and hear those marks for your Des Moines Menace! And now, your starters. Number 1, Cole Hansen. Number 4, Tate McDermott. Number 5, Deji Akingbomoya. Number 7, Federico Gucci. Number 8, Tomas De Paula. Number 9, Brady Walston. Number 14, Josiah Crowder. Number 18, Dylan Globiak. Number 19, Tate Duax. Number 23, Ian Gradle. And number 27, Ronaldo Ordaz. And let's hear it for the Menace's mascot, Maniac, presented by Quickstar. The Menace are led by interim head coach Zach Newton. Assistant coaches are Joe Minton and Jorge Sierra. Our head athletic trainer is Kelly Caldwell. Fans, tonight's officials are Justin Mack, Thomas McCullough, Rob Sorey, and Royce Van Roekel. At this time, we ask that all who are able to, please.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
This is the last bag of chips.
I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell coffee and donuts.
In every community, there's a team behind the scenes, showing up, giving back, and making a difference. At NCMIC, we're proud to be that team. We're your neighbors, your friends, the ones lending a hand when it matters most. Because supporting our community isn't a side project, it's part of who we are. NCMIC not only serves chiropractors, but small businesses too. And with more than 200 employees in Clive, we're proud to be part of the community we care for every day. That's why at NCMIC, our goal for more than 80 years has been simple. We take care of our own.
Instead of juggling 3 personal loans at 25% interest, here's the better way to get ahead. Those high-interest loans with different payment due dates are suffocating. Simple Lending helps you roll them all into one fixed monthly payment, with rates starting as low as 6.99% APR. That way you don't have to juggle 3 loans at 25%. Your payments actually go towards progress, not just interest. All it takes is just 2 minutes to apply and it won't hurt your credit. If your loan stacking has you feeling stuck, visit mysimpleloans.com to see if you qualify.
Welcome back to MediaCom Stadium, and the man of the hour has appeared. It is Griff the third.
Yeah, there's my dog. There's my school. Obviously, MediaCom's right next to Drake, so it's good to see Griff the third. Haven't seen him in about a month now since I got out of school, but making a surprise appearance.
And he is the honorary captain commemorating Pause at the Park, and we are just about set for this friendly between the Des Moines Menace and the Iowa Champions League All-Stars. And it's a special moment for Iowa as the sport continues to grow. and grow with the possibility of the new USL team coming. I saw that the stadium just getting approved, so football growing in this state.
You love what they're doing, and it's a great sport that's growing continuously, not just at the high school level and the collegiate level, but pro. More and more people are getting involved, and we're actually seeing a lot of international people make their way towards Iowa to start their careers or get started at the collegiate level. So you love to see that it's growing and it's continued to make its impact on communities such as this one, and what better way to celebrate that than with a great friendly matchup.
And Griff probably not cooperating for the photographers, but it's hard to keep him leashed down.
You know, still young. He's in a lot of training. You know, believe it or not, those dogs, the amount of training it takes for them to just stand still, I've seen it happen with the older ones. It's quite a sight to see.
And bulldogs, known for being stubborn, not
Very
the
true.
most easily trained breed in the world, but nonetheless a very great sight to see. For the Menace today, their starting lineup, Cole Hansen getting his first shot as the starting keeper, followed by McDermott, and a litany of players. And we highlighted Walston for sure. He has a lovely story, one of the homegrown kids as well. And followed by Tate Duax, who just coming off his season at Ankeny Centennial. Be great to see him as well.
Yeah, he's only been done for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and now he's making his way on this field, continuing to grow, and he's looking to make an impact, and his first opportunity tonight in front of a home crowd, so it should be good. A lot of great stories for a lot of great players that we're going to try our best to touch on all of them tonight.
Absolutely, and it's going to be a crowded roster now with they're hoping to make a name for themselves, get some minutes, as this is their first time in the uniform for most of them. As for the ICL All-Stars, it's going to be a challenge to gather as much chemistry as they can. So many of these players from different indoor league teams, but highlighted by their anchor, Manny Regoza, as their lone keeper today.
Yeah, a lot of them played for a club called Full Send, so quite a few of them are aware of how to play with each other. But, when you're bringing in different players from, different indoor leagues, a couple kids that are from out of the country, a couple that played at collegiate level, it's really hard to get in sync together. But, first half they might have some struggles, but obviously as the game goes on, you kind of learn to adapt. So nonetheless, they'll get ready to go.
As we get set and finally underway and stolen by McDermott. So the Menace will gather possession. Gauthier with it. Give it. And a lot of these players, are from the region, but some they've had to adapt on the fly, and Newton interim head coach Zach Newton has put together a team on the fly, and ever since the second match, the roster from 40 went down to 15 players with only some locals remaining, but he feels that his bread and butter is the JUCO level, and a lot of these players are from the JUCO level joining the Menace today. And if there's one thing about the JUCO level, it's very gritty.
It is gritty, and it's a lot of players that are trying to prove their worth, trying to make their way up to that next level. But he's also just done such a good job of, regardless of where these players, their backgrounds, where they played at, bringing them together. They're on a 2-game win streak. They're sitting at a good spot in their division, and they're kind of riding on, a hot seat right now. So they're doing a good job of that, and they're looking to continue to improve as the season goes on.
Akimboboye sends it. And Duax with a brilliant touch on the run here to his right. Gonna cross it in and just can't find McDermott. And rather Crowder, and there's McDermott with the finish.
Crowder to McDermott. We're only 2 minutes in. A quick strike A beautiful look from Crowder as a nice cross pass. We're going to see another great look here. He's battling a 1-on-2. Nice, beautiful touch, and an even better slap into the net. And the Menace 2 minutes in, starting off red hot.
In the second minute, the Menace get on the board first in this friendly, and we're not used to the Menace really starting off guns a-blazing, but just 2 minutes in on the board off a brilliant move. Really, that play just developed from Tate Duax.
It developed quickly, and you can kind of tell that ICL wasn't ready. The back end was kind of all over the place, and, Crowder, this is his first opportunity with the Menace. He played at Dowling Catholic, and he's been kind of trying to get into this system, and he's starting off 2 minutes in, but you could tell that they're just smoking out the gate.
Huge through ball. Still, and then Akimbo Boya will gather it, and now the Menace with possession. Walston with it, the Valley kid, one of the players that we've noted, and he is a former Capital City Roots player, so one of the friendlies that we had to start the Des Moines Menace season this summer, and he has a really nice story. He is the founder of Astro 9, which is a apparel line, and his project followed the tragic loss of a classmate due to suicide in 2023. And the then Valley High School senior, Grady Walston, launched Astro 9 to promote mental health and awareness and positivity. And the apparel features the slogan, "When the pressure to be a 10 is out of this world, just try to be a 9. Along with mental health matters." So really just a brilliant story from the Valley product.
That is a beautiful story, and something that a lot of people have really touched in on, and it's a big problem in our world, and he recognized it, and he's done just a phenomenal job with it.
And in his part-time being an entrepreneur, he's now found his way onto the Menace roster. And now McDermott with it. McDermott is also another product, a part of this homegrown series from the Dallas Center Grimes area. Played with DCG on the Mustang squad. Right now he's at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, but the Iowa connections run deep for this squad now. Just out of the reach of Duax, but McDermott with another chance, but taken away by Mendez. Still not in grasp, but now Akimbo Boya still bouncing around. No one really garnering possession. And then finally touchdown. Golte was the one to finally bring it down, and he's probably the one who's traveled the longest distance as he gets the ball right now all the way from Argentina.
Yeah, a long trip. Obviously, when you playing soccer, you've got a lot of opportunities, and he couldn't be in a better one now.
Duax gets the ball after a brilliant run, finds his teammate McDermott, and just in the nick of time, the All-Star is able to get it. Aguilar with the play.
Yeah, the Menace are really using those wings right now, and you can tell that that's a problem for the ICL All-Star Club. And the Menace, they're going to keep attacking that. We saw them do that against Springfield almost a week ago now. So
McDermott all alone, getting hounded, but a save by Ragosa. And headed in the air, McDermott heads it away. Duax trying to find a teammate, but the cross doesn't work, and we get our first corner kick of the day.
All right, fans, it's the first Menace corner kick of the night. You know what to do.
Here's another look at it. Obviously, they're going to really attack these wings. Good stop by Ragosa. But here's a corner kick, and the Menace have done a really good job with these the past 2 weeks of soccer. So an opportunity to cash in.
Off a couple of all-star players and finds his way to Gauthier. Gaute, the Franklin Pierce alumni, and then now just mistiming the run there was Crowder, and the Menace are offside.
Well, this is a break for the ICL All-Stars. They really have not been on the offensive yet, so they're going to try and flip the switch here as the Menace have really kept it midfield all the way to the back end.
Kabula just kicked it away and just missing his teammate Mamunga, and so far the All-Stars haven't found a lot of time with the ball.
And obviously we're not as familiar with, their play style. We obviously can see what defense they're running, but you don't know how they like to attack the game offensively, whether they like to go up the middle, pressure at midfield, or really go at the wings. So obviously we've seen what the Menace are going to continue to do, but as the game goes on, we'll learn more and more about this ICL All-Star club.
Gaute receives the pass, signaling to his teammates, but taken away. Through ball, but Kabula not making a run at it, possibly sensing he was offside. Now DePaula. McDermott. Duax, Crowder, Duax. All alone, but not a goal as Des Moines once again offside.
Yeah, you could tell they were kind of slowing down there as the passes were going up the field. Here's a good look at it. Crowder started it, and this one just a bit too far. Obviously a nice tap in from Ordaz, but it doesn't count. But you could tell the Menace are really setting a good pace of tone offensively.
Now Walston, give it to Gaute. Cross field, back to Gaute. Trouble, and a really hard challenge by both players, but they seem to be all right. That looked way worse.
Yeah, Federico was fortunately able to get up from that one, but that was very rough. And when you're coming in at full speed, you don't have any pads on like football, so that is body on body.
And Walston just missing the tackle. Now here comes Mamunga. Mamunga working on the left, crossing in and kicked away. And long shot attempt by Collins. And Cooper Collins, another one of the Des Moines area natives, went to Waukee Northwest.
Yeah, here's another look at that collision we had a moment ago. Obviously, yeah, that's rough. The heads collide. I'm sure that did not feel good, but a good sign there that they were both able to get up. And for the ICL All-Stars, they made a little bit of a run there offensively, so we kind of, get a sense of what they want to do on the offensive perspective.
And seems like Hernandez got up really quickly, but might be worse for wear as he's stepping off the field right now.
Yeah, you're going to have to get him checked out.
That was really a decision, looked like, from the medical staff, as the trainer for the Menace, Kelly Caldwell, kind of signaled to the referee that she wants to take a look at Rene Hernandez. And I'm going to be saying it all night, but he's also one of the Iowa highlighted players. He's from Marshalltown. And played at Marshalltown Community College. Eventually transferring to Missouri Springfield. Just hope that he's all right. And Ordaz stole it. Now DePaula working and taken away by the All-Stars. Moving in, Ola Malekan. And he'll touch it offside, and that was probably the best opportunity so far.
Yeah, another look at nice steal, good speed. He's able to get down the side here. And obviously it's hard to battle a 1v2, especially working on the sides. Tries to play it out, but the back end of the Menace have been a vocal strong point for Coach Newton this season, and they've continued to do a phenomenal job of recovering.
Yeah, Ola Malekan was giving the Menace trouble on that right side. He plays for Cedar Rapids Soccer Club. And it's all the way from Nigeria. And his name is of Yoruba origin, translates to "my wealth has increased." So hopefully for him, he'll find the back of the net throughout this match. But right now, Golte will receive the pass. We'll send it deep. Didn't get to Duax immediately, but Duax able to gather it. Walston with it. De Paula. Ken Bawoya. De Paula hounded by 2 All-Stars. And now Le Malika just softly gives it to Hansen. And right now for the Menace, the stage is set, and now let's get to what matters most. It's keeping it simple. Keys to the match presented by Simple Lending, proud partner of the Des Moines Menace.
Yeah, well, embracing the energy is going to be a big one, and they've done that so far. 2 minutes in, they jumped off with a goal and then optimized the opportunity. You know, take advantage of this opportunity to get better at the small things, as you're going to have a tough schedule moving forward the next couple of weeks, and fun footy. You know, enjoy the moment, have fun. You know, you've got a great atmosphere with your home crowd and a beautiful night. So, you know, so far 15 minutes into the game, they've done that, and we'd love to see them to continue to do that the rest of the game.
It's nothing like a game that, you know, isn't high stakes, and, you know, you can fall in love with the game.
Yeah, just go out there, have fun. Here's another replay of that.
As we were talking, Hansen having trouble with it, nearly could have been disastrous. Made it a lot more nonchalant to us than it appeared from that close angle.
Yeah, a little fun footy from Kabula there.
Throw in now. Ordaz.
Hey fans, it's time to shine the youth soccer spotlight, presented by
Crowder tried to give it to Duax. McDermott, rather, trying to give it to Duax. Taken away. Here comes Collins. Collins leaves it. And then a nice save by Hansen. Mamunga gets the first shot on goal for the All-Stars. Let's take another look.
Well, this is a great job by Cole Hansen. A beautiful save here. This ball was coming in at some speed, and he does a good job. Almost safe to say that, you know, it was a barking shot.
And now the All-Stars will have their first corner of the game. Sent in center box, misses everybody. Idrikose can't find a teammate, and now Mamunga onside, trying to cross it in, but Bobiak slides in safely, and the All-Stars will have another corner after it just looked like the Menace were going to be able to get it out of their defending third.
Well, they're doing a good job right now of holding strong, and ICL's, you know, starting to get comfortable here, so let's see another corner.
And headed up and just over the crossbar. And Irakose on that attempt.
This is as close as it gets. For a second from our angle, I thought this was going in. Let's take another look at another corner. He got a better height and an angle on this one, just over the top crossbar, maybe a foot down, and that gets through the hands of Hansen, and we're tied up.
Iracose on that attempt. He's with the Cedar Rapids Soccer Club as well. He's from the DR Congo, excuse me. And he's played at the semi-pro level, so he has experience. And he played at Pearl City. So this is the exact level of competition he's familiar with.
Yeah, a lot of the players on this ICL team, it's not that they don't have the experience, they just haven't played together. So, sometimes it's almost like playing a pickup game of basketball with your friends. You all have talent, you know what you can do well. It's just not playing together. There's not the chemistry and the flow that you're looking for.
McDermott, and then now Crowder with it off the feet of Duax and kicked away rather nonchalantly by Aguilar. Walston with it, and now Duax looking for DePaula. DePaula, Loviak on the run, trying to get it through the legs, but now the Menace will have their second corner of the day.
Well, this is a nice touch pass up the field. Obviously, he's working deep. 1v2, very difficult, hard to get an angle for a pass over the middle. But another corner kick here for the Menace. We've seen them have a couple of them so far.
And it isn't just out of reach. That looked to be Gloviak on the header that just went wide.
A little wide, and then Gradell tried to put it back in. A little farther shot there, but it's good to be aggressive. But, ever since the first goal at the 2-minute mark for the past 17, ICL's defense has been, they've been holding up.
Certainly has been a tale of two different matches. As now DePaula with some space. McDermott just missed the pass there. Now Gradell, this is skied up. And now finally the All-Stars will maintain possession. Hembo, Montez. Ragosa, the only goalkeeper for today's match for the All-Stars, so usually some teams keep two keepers on the roster, but I'm sure they have an emergency keeper of some sort.
That really threw me off. When I looked at their roster, I was like, only one goalkeeper.
Duax crossing it in, but just missed McDermott.
McDermott, that's his second time. Obviously, he cashed in on the first one. They're getting closer and closer to that.
McDermott injured on the field. So, All-Stars with numbers. Assalamu alaikum. And Hansen able to stop it. And Hansen looking rather comfortable throughout this match. He's another one of the homegrown kids from Urbandale playing at St. John's, and he has a really nice story. I mean, his road to recovery, it's been really hard to get to this moment. There's Duax unable to cross it in, but
Aguilar had to wear that one. I'm not sure that felt good right off the back. Another corner here for the Menace. Obviously, they're flipping sides now, so
Duax will take the corner.
Maybe they can set up something nice here. Regoza's leaving that right side of the net open, but he does have an extra defender there with him.
Headed in off the post and just sent over.
Well, I was talking about the right post being open. A beautiful kick here. There's an extra defender with Regoza. Oh, just off the side post and then put back again as a little high.
And it hit off the post and off the face of Regoza and unable to find the net both times. And it was sent over by Akimbo Boya, and McDermott give it a touch, and ball is sent over the crossbar.
Another amazing shot from McDermott there. He has been, electrifying to watch this evening. That is his 4th shot. Obviously the first one he cashed in, but he's been all over the field, and, he looked to be injured earlier. He looks to be okay now, so that's a good sign.
Alston. DePaula. Alston across the field. Gradell. Ordaz trying to feed it to Crowder. McDermott, though. Loviak makes his run. Sends it in, but nice diving save by Regosa.
All right, fans, we're up to 4 shots on goal. One more, and that means all fans 21 and older win that free.
Now the All-Stars taken away by Glowiak. And unable to keep it out of the touch line. And out of play again, and the All-Stars have another throw in. Stolen by Tapala. Plenty of space. I mean, he's looking around, wondering why no one's marking him. Crowder. Heavy touch, but sends it back into the interior. Paula. Volte. Alston. Right now, the Menace seem to find that the All-Stars shift rather aggressively. That space is open. Ordaz making a run. Duax just doesn't get there in time.
It was a good opportunity there, but a good job by Regosa. Get to the right side and scoop it up.
Ball is out of play. Tonight's match is presented by Simple Lending, empowering your financial journey with simple, thoughtful solutions designed for real life. Early taken away by Kabula. Tried to stretch his leg all out for that one, but Des Moines. Keeping possession for most of the day. Right on cue, Olami Lekan takes it away.
Henry led the Rough Riders with 16 goals and total 37 points, helping Roosevelt reach the semi-final round of the state tournament. Henry is committed to the
now Glowiak steals it. He's making his run. Being hounded with the man on. And a great 1-2 to create space. Glowiak chips it in. Ordaz far away, but Walston gives it back to him. Makes a move to his left. Ordaz! Goal for the Menace.
Who let the dog out of the cage? Ordaz with a great shot. Took a little time to develop, but he cashes in. The Menace get their 2nd of the night. Here's a great look at it. Beautiful pass over the middle. Resets himself. Beautiful top left. And at the 26-minute mark, the Menace get their 2nd of the night.
And Ronaldo Ordaz hitting the sui. A tribute for Cristiano Ronaldo. And Ordaz scoring in the 27th minute of this match and puts Des Moines up 2-0.
Well, it's been an excellent showing of offense by the Menace. They've really worked those wings. A lot of the assists are coming from the right side so far. So, if you're the ICL All-Stars, you might want to take a look at that and consider defending that, maybe pulling over an extra defender. But Coach Newton's really setting his team up for success. Obviously a friendly matchup, so it doesn't go on the record, but when you win, you still like to look at all the positives, and they've been outstanding so far.
Litany of all-star players subbing in. Collins went for it, and a brutal challenge between both Menace and all-star players, and seemingly walk away with it. These players showing off their toughness. Burrell gets it taken away.
Fans, that's another $420 donated by Bud and Mary's to Easter Seals, Iowa, and the Animal Rescue League as a part of our season-long Goals for Good campaign. Together, Bud and Mary's and your Menace, using the game of soccer to give back and do good this season. And let's pile on the good news. That's 5 shots on goal at tonight's game.
And here's an opportunity for Riddell, but nice defense by the All-Stars. Walston with it. Walston loses possession. Now here come the All-Stars. Hernandez, oh, but a brilliant sliding tackle by Akimbo Boya.
Great job by Akimbo Boya there. ICL could have had a breakaway there, but good speed, a nice slide, and now the Menace have the ball back, and about at 30 minutes of perfection from the Menace so far.
Colte, Duax. Right now the Menace looking very comfortable. They got off to a hot start off the foot of McDermott, scoring in the 2nd minute, and then just now Ordaz scoring in the 27th to put the Menace up 2-0. Hansen sends it deep. And then a brilliant opportunity, but a slow roller, and Ordaz tried to make it too. Take a look at the Metro Heating and Cooling replay.
If this went in, I would have been shocked. At first, I thought somebody from ICL was going to get it.
And they were just clawing and grabbing at it.
Yeah, they were 5 yards away from a 3rd goal within a 2-minute span for the Menace. I mean, let's talk about the kick from Hansen. I mean, that was a far kick. I mean, you couldn't have set it up better.
And now the Menace sensing some blood in the water. The momentum's definitely shifted. Went from Menace to neutral. Now it's definitely in the Menace's favor. But right on cue, ICL able to garner possession. And McDermott. Ball has not hit the ground in mere seconds, and McDermott takes out all-star player.
Hey, Menace fans, have you seen Maniac around the stadium? Oh, there he is. He's over in the East General Admission stands with our dogs for tonight's Rolling in the Dough
this is
pizza delivery.
pretty much maybe the largest crowd I've seen so far this season besides the opener, but this is a great crowd, and you can tell that Coach Newton's effort to make this team better, and they've garnered wins. You know, it means a lot to the community, and they've showed out for them.
Yeah, he brought back the spark. I think that's what was, really missing all season. And, obviously he's riding on a 2-game win streak, and obviously the first game of the year he wasn't the head coach, but he's done such a phenomenal job. The home crowd is back. They're back to supporting the team. It's so hard to keep a fan base, especially when you don't win every single game. But that's just not how the game works, and he's just done such a great job of bringing back this fan base and setting this team up on the right track.
Coming in for Hansen was Waylon Joseph, and he reigns all the way from St. Thomas Virgin Islands and plays his ball at Eastern Illinois. So
quite the journey.
Quite the journey for the Panther, and he gets his first appearance as keeper for today. And you touched on it a bit. Zach Newton said he felt the pressure to put on a quality product, put together a great roster, because he feels he's an Iowan now. Des Moines is his home. He knows that the Menace make the playoffs every season, every year.
Yeah, it's a lot of expectations, and usually you want to rise above the expectations, and he's done nothing but that. Kind of picture yourself in a scenario where you're in his steps. It is so hard to get into that position.
Ordaz nearly had a brilliant assist for Duex. Duex just put it wide. So we take a look.
Now let's talk about the pass from McDermott. Again, just missed to the right, but I don't know why or how ICL hasn't picked up that the Menace are favoring the right side of Ragosa. So I'm not sure if, they're sticking to what they want to play with, but, Coach Newton sees that stuff, and he's going to cherry pick at every single little aspect.
Well, that's the identity that he's carved out. He said that he loves transition football, and he loves to attack up the flanks, and he really loves that counterattack, and he prefers that his teams stay fit. He knows that a lot of teams love the tactical football, but he really loves the chaos or chaotic energy of transition football. As Duex finds Ordaz, and Ordaz leaves it for McDermott, but let it trickle away for a Des Moines throw-in. Wobiak looking. And nothing going as Collins clears it out. Collins, also from the Des Moines area, went to Northwest. Teammates with Rene Hernandez on the ICL All-Stars.
Yeah, a lot of players on the Menace starting lineup tonight. They have a lot of familiarity with them. A lot of kids played in the CIML, the Central Iowa Metro League, so that's the top class for Iowa sports. And a lot of kids from Dowling, Northwest, Ankeny. So they have familiarity of playing against each other, and then obviously you throw in a couple older players or, collegiate players, so you've got a good balance of what you're looking for.
Walston with it. Riddell. Kimboboye all alone. All-Stars not pressing, but now they do. Walston will give it to Joseph. Joseph gets his first touches of the day. Walston and Gauthier going back and forth. And tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Simple Lending, where smarter financial solutions help you take control and move forward with confidence.
Miss Peaches, as you see in the video board there, has pledged $1 million to rescue dogs this summer. Made with real vodka and real lemonade.
Yeah, the All-Stars, they've really struggled getting the ball upfield. They had a couple minutes span where they were putting some pressure on Cole Hansen when he was in. I'd like to see them, attack up the field. I'd like to take some chances. It's a friendly matchup, so have fun with it. Obviously, you're down 2-0 in a tough spot, but, move the ball upfield, take some chances, and, new goalie in, so why not take a couple shots?
So far, the Menace have just been noticeably quicker to the ball, and I think it's overwhelmed the All-Stars a bit. I mean, they do play indoor. The pitch is considerably smaller. Now it's, bigger than an entire football field, so there's a lot more real estate to cover, and that might be a reason, as Duex all alone. Can he find Ordaz? Ordaz header, but Ragosa with a calm save.
Yeah, not a lot of speed coming on that one, but it's not about the speed, it's about the angle, especially on those headbutters. Good job by him. But, going back on what you were talking about, I think another thing that has caught ICL off guard is, the Menace's transition ability. They are so efficient when it comes to that, and, that's how they've scored tonight twice. So it's hard to defend. Even it doesn't matter who you're playing, it's hard to defend a transition, especially when you're as good at it as the Menace are.
And that's been pretty much Zach Newton's signature, as he's been coaching at Indian Hills Community College, and shot from McDermott just in the stomach of Ragosa. But it's been his staple of that transition football, and you can finally see that the Menace have adopted that look. Now, here come the All-Stars on the offensive for the first time. Collins sends it in, but Loviak, Ankeny High School product, lets it go out of the end line. We saw Hansen give a goal kick earlier, and it led to nearly a goal, but Joseph just allowing his teammate to get the goal kick opportunity.
Man, if that was a goal earlier, that just would have been phenomenal. I haven't seen too many of those. I mean, that was an impressive pass nonetheless, but, a 2v1 in that scenario for a Daz would have been outstanding.
Aguilar takes it away. Being hounded, and Ordaz too strong of a challenge. And now the All-Stars with a free kick. That's a decent area.
It's positive for sure.
And now really the first set piece opportunity besides the two corners earlier in the match.
This is just an opportunity to get a shot on net. New goaltender in, so anything's on the table here.
Collins headed in, but a nice save off the feed from Hernandez, and Joseph tested, but does not break.
It was a good job because there was two separate shots could have happened there. He took this one to the stomach, but he was able to grasp it and hold on, and good job by the Menace's defense and back in to set themselves up and go back on the offensive here.
Kimboboye.
Hey fans, it's been too long. Who wants another free t-shirt from Maniac? Let's make some noise for a shirt from our friends at Blix Brew
Paula
House.
also from
Movies on tap.
Ankeny.
Beer and great food at Blix Brew House, Des Moines. For movie lovers, beer lovers, and everyone in between. And also the official movie
Des Moines throw in.
Make some noise and see if Maniac can get it up to the top row.
And something I love this story about the local kids who stayed onto the Menace roster. Apparently, Zach Newton said that a lot of these players did some recruiting for him and tried to get some JUCO kids that they knew wanted an opportunity, were hungry for a shot to come play for the Menace. And it makes head coach Zach Newton's job easier. As he said, he's been up till 5 a.m. talking with New Zealand players and staying up till 10 a.m. talking some players on the West Coast, trying to finally fill this roster before the 29th transfer deadline. And these kids have bonded over that. They know what this club means to the city, and they've taken some pride in being the local community.
It just shows the dedication too. He's only been with this club for about 4.5, 5 weeks, and when you're going out of your way, staying up that late to bring in players, and then your players follow that. If as a fan, I'm pumped up about that. But just imagine how exciting it is for the staff and the players, and obviously, for the fan base. You have a coach that really cares, and he's going all out to not only make a run, but to set a tone and an example for the team and how they represent the city.
and absolutely just 4-5 weeks in charge. He was an assistant for Charlie Ladshaw, but opted to stay. And same thing with Justin Vorster, the assistant coach, opted to stay on this Menace staff after mass exodus, and them staying has meant a lot to some of these Menace players. And since he took over, he is now 3-1-1 off of an 0-2 start, and so now has put the Menace in prime position to make a run for the postseason, as it was thought of maybe a dream of sorts.
It was a quick turnaround and an impressive turnaround. You know, I remember we were talking 0-2. It's like, how do you build up from here? And, you know, when they brought him in, might be one of the smartest moves that the Menace's GM has made all season, and one that you can circle back and know that it was the right decision.
Duax at nearly in the net off of Crowder, just mere inches from the post. Unbelievable. Let's take a look.
Just a hair away. Another great look at it. Again, right side. That's where the Menace have been attacking all day. Literally a hair off of a dog, and that is into the net. I mean, so close, but the Menace get to keep and maintain possession here. So another corner kick. We've seen a couple tonight. Can they cash in on another one?
McDermott leaves it for Ordaz, but sent away and cleared. And on that shot, Ragosa just could do nothing but look to his right and see if that ended in the back of the net.
I mean, it was a beautiful shot. I was surprised it missed. I mean, it looked like it was going to go in.
Joseph didn't see where it was going and has put a lot of pressure on Akimboboye, and now they're communicating. It seemed like they were not on the same page and nearly turned disastrous.
Yeah, they were far from the same page, and fortunately they were able to recover from this one. It could have gone downhill very fast, and ICL could have gotten their first goal, but fortunately able to bounce back.
Now the All-Stars showing some promise, but Hernandez just not enough pace on that one.
It's good to see a shot on goal. We haven't seen a lot of them for ICL, but, you know, send one. You know, why not? Even if it is far away and not a lot of speed, you know, you never know. Could bounce, could take an angle.
Now at 45 minutes, just 1 minute of stoppage time. It's been rather continuous action so far, nothing seriously delaying the match.
It's been a good first half. ICL's been able to hold on. This game very well could be 4 or 5 to nothing. Obviously, it's still 2. You know, ICL's defense has gotten a few lucky moments, a couple missed shots that just grazed the net. But a good job by the Menace in the first half, attacking early at the 2-minute mark, and then halfway at 27. Can't be mad at the results so far.
Walston. Kimboboya. Maybe one last run. Goes out of play and possibly will do it. And it will, in fact, do it for the first half. The Menace, an impressive showing. 2 minutes in off the foot of McDermott. They score, and then Ordaz in the 27th makes it 2-0 in this friendly. Halftime is presented by Capelli Sport, the official exclusive uniform apparel and equipment provider of the Des Moines Menace. You're watching the Menace on Central Iowa Sports Network.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
We're going to see if 2 guys from a pizza shop are any good against 2 semi-pro players here.
Oh, he's got the whole bag.
I've had no formal soccer training.
Oh my God, what a save! You now have to wear pizza boxes as goalkeeper gloves. You know, maybe this will give you an advantage. Oh, that was a good effort.
He got a pizza box to it.
You have to beat me. And my pizza box is dope coke.
Once again, thwarted by pizza.
We might have to hang up the boots.
Yeah. Thanks guys, appreciate it. That was awesome. It's good fun. Good luck for the season.
This is the last bag of chips.
I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell coffee and donuts.
In every community, there's a team behind the scenes, showing up, giving back, and making a difference. At NCMIC, we're proud to be that team. We're your neighbors, your friends, the ones lending a hand when it matters most. Because supporting our community isn't a side project, it's part of who we are. NCMIC not only serves chiropractors, but small businesses too. And with more than 200 employees in Clive, we're proud to be part of the community we care for every day. That's why at NCMIC, our goal for more than 80 years has been simple. We take care of our own.
Instead of juggling 3 personal loans at 25% interest, here's the better way to get ahead. Those high interest loans with different payment due dates are suffocating. Simple Lending helps you roll them all into one fixed monthly payment, with rates starting as low as 6.99% APR. That way you don't have to juggle 3 loans at 25%. Your payments actually go towards progress, not just interest. All it takes is just 2 minutes to apply and it won't hurt your credit. If your loan stacking has you feeling stuck, visit mysimpleloans.com to see if you qualify.
You may think it is, but this, it's not a race. It's more. It's a reminder to get out more, to take more photos with friends, to have more of those nights you never want to end. It's all the more reason to get all done up, and it's all back at Prairie Meadows. The party, the patio, the live racing. It starts May 2nd and runs all summer long.
At DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Ames, drive home a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn with 2.9% financing for 72 months and save up to $10,000. Plus, get Ram's best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. DeYarmanAmes.com.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
We're going to see if 2 guys from a pizza shop are any good against 2 semi-pro players here.
Oh, he's got the whole bag.
I've had no formal soccer training.
Oh my God, what a save! What? You now have to wear pizza boxes as goalkeeper gloves. You know, maybe this will give you an advantage. Oh, that's a good effort.
He got a pizza box to it.
You have to beat me. And my pizza boxes, go Coke.
Once again, thwarted by pizza.
We might have to hang up the boots.
Yeah. Well, thanks guys, appreciate it. That was awesome. It's good fun. Good luck for the season.
This is the last bag of chips.
I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell coffee and donuts.
In every community, there's a team behind the scenes, showing up, giving back, and making a difference. At NCMIC, we're proud to be that team. We're your neighbors, your friends, the ones lending a hand when it matters most. Because supporting our community isn't a side project, it's part of who we are. NCMIC not only serves chiropractors, but small businesses too. And with more than 200 employees in Clive, we're proud to be part of the community we care for every day. That's why at NCMIC, our goal for more than 80 years has been simple. We take care of our own.
Instead of juggling 3 personal loans at 25% interest, here's the better way to get ahead. Those high interest loans with different payment due dates are suffocating. Simple Lending helps you roll them all into one fixed monthly payment, with rates starting as low as 6.99% APR. That way you don't have to juggle 3 loans at 25%. Your payments actually go towards progress, not just interest. All it takes is just 2 minutes to apply and it won't hurt your credit. If your loan stacking has you feeling stuck, visit mysimpleloans.com to see if you qualify.
You may think it is, but this, it's not a race. It's more. It's a reminder to get out more, to take more photos with friends, to have more of those nights you never want to end. It's all the more reason to get all done up, and it's all back at Prairie Meadows. The party, the patio, the live racing. It starts May 2nd and runs all summer long.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Run, jump, lisp, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to halftime at MediaCom Stadium between the Des Moines Menace and the ICL All-Stars. The Menace up 2-0 at this point in the homegrown series, the third edition so far between these two teams. And Kellen, what has been your take so far? 45 minutes of action, what have you seen?
It's just been the Menace on offense. I mean, that's, point blank end of day. I mean, they have just been, it should be 5-0 realistically, but a couple have gotten past the net and past Ragoza for ICL, but they have just been on a tear. McDermott and Crowder have been on sync so far. The back end of the Menace held strong, but it has been just an offensive onslaught for that first half.
Absolutely. It started off right off the bat, off the foot of McDermott, scoring in the second minute of play. So we take a look right there, the feed from Crowder and McDermott with the finish.
Yeah, 2 minutes straight into the game. I think we were both shocked at how fast they scored. Obviously, the Menace have, offense has been, on the rise the past 3 games, but, 2 minutes in, we get a goal, and then obviously, at the 27-minute mark, we get another one we were fortunate to see, and this one was outstanding. Here's another look at this one. Nice pass over the middle again, sets his feet, boom, top left, and Ordaz gets in. So those are your 2 goals for the Menace so far. We could have had a couple other ones. Cole Hansen had all the way from the back net, sent this one more than past midfield, and we almost had another goal. That would have been amazing with a 1-on-2 opportunity. But offensively, the Menace have done everything right. They've been living in the transition, and I would like them to, I'd like to see them be more physical again and continue that through the rest of the game. And then, obviously, for ICL, get a spark going, try and maybe get a couple more shots on goal, get something going, and, maybe make it a little more aggressive. But other than that, it's been a good first half.
They've had their opportunities for sure. Nearly Cole Hansen was able to give it away, and it could have proved pretty deadly, but so far the Menace in charge in this one. We'll be right back with second half action right after this.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Joe Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
We're going to see if 2 guys from a pizza shop are any good against 2 semi-pro players here.
Oh, he's got the whole bag.
I've had no formal soccer training.
Oh my God, what a save! You now have to wear pizza boxes as goalkeeper gloves. You know, maybe this will give you an advantage. Oh, that was a good effort.
He got a pizza box to it.
You have to beat me. And my pizza box is dope coke.
Once again, thwarted by pizza.
We might have to hang up the boots.
Yeah. Thanks guys, appreciate it. That was awesome. It's good fun. Good luck for the season.
This is the last bag of chips.
I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell Coffee and Donuts.
In every community, there's a team behind the scenes, showing up, giving back, and making a difference. At NCMIC, we're proud to be that team. We're your neighbors, your friends, the ones lending a hand when it matters most. Because supporting our community isn't a side project, it's part of who we are. NCMIC not only serves chiropractors, but small businesses too. And with more than 200 employees in Clive, we're proud to be part of the community we care for every day. That's why at NCMIC, our goal for more than 80 years has been simple. We take care of our own.
Instead of juggling 3 personal loans at 25% interest, here's the better way to get ahead. Those high interest loans with different payment due dates are suffocating. Simple Lending helps you roll them all into one fixed monthly payment, with rates starting as low as 6.99% APR. That way you don't have to juggle 3 loans at 25%. Your payments actually go towards progress, not just interest. All it takes is just 2 minutes to apply and it won't hurt your credit. If your loan stacking has you feeling stuck, visit mysimpleloans.com to see if you qualify.
You may think it is, but this, it's not a race. It's more. It's a reminder to get out more, to take more photos with friends, to have more of those nights you never want to end. It's all the more reason to get all done up, and it's all back at Prairie Meadows. The party, the patio, the live racing. It starts May 2nd and runs all summer long.
Welcome back live from MediaCom Stadium. It's Paws at the Park, and we got some lovely furry friends, and corgis are always near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, the Menace have had plenty of bark and bite all that first half, so nonetheless, a lot of dogs out on case. I have 2 myself. You got any dogs?
Absolutely. I have allegedly a Jack Russell Terrier, but she is very massive for her alleged breed, so something else at play in the genetic pool, but she's given me 14 amazing years so far. Still kicking.
That is amazing. That is awesome.
And we're set for second half action between the Menace and the Iowa Champions League All-Stars. Right off the bat, some changes for the Menace and for the All-Stars. A lot of brand new faces for, of course, the All-Star teams, because they hold tryouts for specifically that team. But for the Menace, it's been rebuilding this team since about the third or second week of May.
Yeah, they've really rebounded, and we've talked about it a few weeks now consecutively. There are so many new faces on this Menace roster, and it's amazing what Coach Newton's able to do. You know, it seems like new kids are showing up, and then obviously they're able to flip it out and put a win on the board. So, you know, it's great, and you mentioned that they finally reached the limit for the rosters. So he's got his squad. They're going to continue to develop and keep looking towards that wild card spot for the playoffs.
Indeed, the playoffs now on the horizon for the Menace, but if they can find their form off of this match, it will greatly benefit them as they have a huge matchup next week against Peoria City.
And that takes place on the 27th, and boy, if the Menace win that game, I mean, you're going to talk about what a phenomenal year and turnaround for Coach Newton. I mean, you lose the first couple games of the season, not a lot of faith in the locker room and with the fan base, and then all of a sudden you flip a switch in late May and through the month of June, and, you know, you're talking about playoffs and a potential playoff run.
Ishibwami crosses it in and then finds the back of the net.
What a pass again, third time from the right side. I mean, it is bread and butter for them. Top right of the net, and there it is, flashing the Menace logo, all guns tonight.
And you love to see they're really playing for the badge tonight, and a beautiful cross and finish. And again, within the first 2 minutes of each half, the Menace on the board, 3-0.
What a way to come out in the second half, setting the tone, continuing to just pour on, and you just love to see it.
Brilliant start for Coach Newton's squad. And that is Cale Orban's goal. And he plays his ball at Drake, so he's used to doing a lot of heavy lifting here as well. He played at ADM, just several miles from here in the Adele DeSoto area.
He's a valuable player for Drake. I've gotten to call a couple games with him. He is a very strong player in that organization, does such a great job, and obviously doesn't have to move too far down the street for the Menace, and he's doing a lot of work. And, you know, for the Menace up 3-0 now, if you can get another one, maybe get a couple players on the bench an opportunity to get in tonight as well.
Sent in, but kicked away. Using the game of soccer to get back and do good this season. Now Nathan Lamb, one of the other subs coming in for the Menace. Really, Coach Newton just emptied the bench as very few of the starters remain in the game.
And sometimes that's good, especially in these friendlies. You know, it's hard enough to play professional ball, but to start is one thing. So it's good to get other guys in that still bring value to the team in, get the experience, and help the team win.
And a tough challenge. Kobiak trying to give it some chase, but here comes Collins. Collins' feed just offline. Shibwami leaves it for Gaute. He's still in the matchup. Same thing with Kimboboye. Gloviak. Sent up, trying to find Orban, but just couldn't quite get it there. We have a throw in from the towards the center line, and the referee.
A little bit of a late whistle, but you know what? They were able to get it fixed.
Montez with it. Sends it through. Kabula with it. One-on-one. But sent down. Almost takedown style by Akimbo Boye.
A good defense by him. That was one of the more impressive runs on ICL's part all game, if that matters. So they were close. When you have a couple backups in for the Menace, you know, sometimes you could take an opportunity with that and run with it.
And a nice 1-2. Mendez trying to enter the box, but hounded by two Des Moines players. Iracose, Hernandez. 1-2 to Hernandez. Offline, but Mendez with it and hits off Orban for a throw-in. Quick throw-in. And still with the All-Stars.
Well, the All-Stars might have an opportunity to maybe put some pressure on the Menace. We've seen it once. Another one may be looming.
Mendez. 1-2 again. And just overpowered by the speed that the Menace have, but still keeping it in. Iracose give it away, but a heavy touch and battling for it. Ishimwami. Now the Menace on the counterattack. Ishimwami. Right side. And just couldn't find Nata and Cha. And that run is offside by Kabula.
A little too much touch on that pass, a little too far off sides. Thought the All-Stars were going to have a runaway. They've been aggressive so far in the past 10 minutes. You like to see it ever since the Menace cashed in on their third goal of the night. I'd like to continue to see the All-Stars just be aggressive and, you know, take advantage. The Menace have a couple backups in. Most of the players actually out on the field are backups. So, you know, you can continue to try and score, set up a few opportunities, to which they have.
Yeah, the reserves all out there for the Menace, trying to earn their minutes and showcase the skills that they have. Again, a lot of these kids from JUCO level trying to get some summer action. Mendez with it. Sent back, and now a throw in for the All-Stars. Mendez, Tato Mendez, has played in professional football in the second division in Honduras. So definitely some pro experience out on the pitch for the All-Stars. Cross in. Sent away. Ishimwami loses it. Aguilar trying to find a shot. Still looking. And then off the post. Joseph diving on it. Kabula nearly, he's incensed with himself, nearly had a goal.
I'm not sure if he made contact with this one or if it just hit the post.
And Kabula shot rang off the post and able to find its way back to Joseph.
Well, credit the All-Stars. They put pressure, and they're continuing to.
Now here come Des Moines on the counter.
Menace fans, make plans to join us for our next home match next Saturday, June 27th.
Mendez.
It's Pride Night.
Oh, nice touch by Orban, but still sticks with the All-Stars. Irokose.
And don't forget to arrive early for our pregame party on the plaza.
Irokose is passed through. Doesn't find Mamuga. Orban off the left side. Just trying to pierce it in there, but Mawunga. Shibata gets pushed down and looks at the official for a call. Nothing going.
Yeah, obviously they're letting them play here. Haven't had hardly any calls tonight. It's been a clean game so far.
Right on cue, Orban. Challenge too heavy on Mendez. Ragosa. And taken by Nata and Cha. And Cha up the left wing, or right wing rather. Ishibwami. Cross in. Shot off Irokose, and a corner kick coming for Des Moines.
Well, a good look by Ishibwami. Back over the middle, and another corner kick for the Menace. They've done a really good job with those so far tonight. So another opportunity for them to put a 4 on the board. Box is going to be loaded here, so this one obviously is probably going to be sent to the back corner.
Front post, and I think Shibata was there, and it hit off an ICL player. Will have another corner.
They went for the front post this time, so if they like the look they get again, they might go there. They could go to the back. They go there again, not able to cash in on it.
Akin Bawoya tried to head it in. Crosser. Now Orban settling it down. Regrouping. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Capelli Sport, the official and exclusive uniform, apparel, and equipment provider of the Des Moines Menace. Shibata inside. Can't quite find his teammate. Deep on the run, and it seemed like Mamunga was way offside.
Yeah, from the start he looked offside. Tried to play it through. He's trying to be a little sneaky with it. I mean, ICL's looking for anything they can get.
Right now we'll have our third keeper enter the match. Will be Justin Hyanickel. And also a part of the Drake Bulldogs soccer team.
Yeah, for the Menace, they're going to start getting a couple other players to rotate in. Obviously, most of the lineup that's out right now was the backups for this game. So some of them are going to get to play the rest of this second half. Most of the starters, they are resting.
Ishiwami leaves it, but Ragosa there in time.
Yeah, only one goalkeeper for the All-Stars. He will He will not be coming out tonight. Menace have already been through 3.
Headed down by Gaultier. Now the All-Stars maintaining possession. Aguilar sends it. Taken away. Nata and Cha. Shibata. Leaves it for Owan. Orban now with it. We'll send it to High Nickel. Now the Menace work up the right side this time. All-Stars now seemingly kind of shut down the looks on either side of the wings.
You could kind of tell the Menace's start and their continued pace has just kind of slowed down anything the All-Stars were trying to get going or had hoped to get going, and that's a credit, to Coach Newton. He put out a starting lineup he knew that would get the game rolling fast, and then obviously, a backup lineup for the second half that could continue that pace. So, obviously a little over halfway through the game now, and you're going to see a little bit more of pass game, a lot of defense. But, either team could still score. I mean, the Menace did score a couple minutes into the second half.
Klobiak now. Shibata. Shibata again, all the way from Tokyo, Japan. Plays his ball at University of Missouri, Kansas City. Stoppage here as Antel Rico Montez subbed off. Gauthier leaves it. Working inside. Tan Cha stolen by the All-Stars. Lamb will leave it for his keeper. Finally settled down, but stolen away. The All-Stars now finally can work out their back line, something they haven't been able to do all evening.
Yeah, it hasn't been strong all back evening. A lot of holes in that right side especially, which the Menace have been attacking.
And Shibata's long-range attempt stymied by Regosa, but could have been a rebound opportunity there. Omonga working on Gloviak. Gloviak shields the ball, and now a Des Moines Menace goal kick.
Here's another look at that shot on Ragoza. Gets a nice angle, good speed on it, just a better save. One of his better saves of the night. Saves the Menace from going up 4. And the Menace now in their own back end. They've done a nice job of halting any opportunity tonight for the All-Stars scoring.
Kimball Boye. But now the All-Stars with it, and stumbling was Kabula in the box. Now the Menace off the counter. Shibata with a spin cycle on him. Orban can't quite get there, but Mendez, taking no chances, kicks it out.
Well, a good job by Mendez to kick it out, because the Menace could have been on another breakaway. And we're going to have 3 more subs coming in for the Menace, it seems like, just in a moment.
Yeah, Golte finally getting subbed off. This was Glowiak and Akimbo Boye. That was that back line that started for today's matchup.
3 substitutions for your Menace. Number 9, Brady Walston. Number 23, Ian Gradle. And number 26, Renee Creator.
Ian Gradell subbing back in.
Looks like we're going to have a free kick.
And this is a really promising location.
It's a good angle, too. I mean, you've got a couple of taller players in for the Menace right now. So if you can get the right angle and put pressure on Ragoza, who's had a rough night already, the Menace could look to get number 4 on the night. As we have now approached the 67-minute mark.
Oh, and a nice diving save by Ragosa. Still not a trouble. Shiwata. Another time, and it's off the foot of Hernandez for a corner.
And Shibata was going for it all there. He had a nice shot. Good stop by Ragoza. Here's another good look at it. He chose to go for it all, just a bit to the left. But a nice diving save there from Manny Ragoza. And the Menace are going to have another corner kick. They've put a lot of air on the past few this second half. I'm expecting the same, or maybe keep it low and look for your speedsters to make a play.
Keeping us on our toes as the All-Stars sub on players late, and now we'll get the corner for the Des Moines club. Cross in, back post, and punched by Ragosa. Onto Incha, first one to it.
There's a nice punch out there from Ragosa. Shibata was waiting, and he just missed it. But a good job again there by Ragosa to avoid a 4th goal for the Menace tonight.
And now some pressure in the back end. ICL looking overwhelmed. And Shiwata steals it. Working back. Onto Nchaz there. Lamb up the middle. And finally, the All-Stars respond back. Heavy foul. Pretty much right smack dab in the center.
Man, that was an obvious one. Menace are going to have another free kick and a promising. Here's another replay of it. That one was pretty obvious, tripped. And the Menace are going to have another free kick. I mean, you're dead center now. You can do a couple things. You can either pass it, you could take the shot if you'd like, would be very difficult. Ragosa's favoring the middle, so either side is open. And they do go for it all. And it's through the uprights and good.
Just a little bit high. And now the All-Stars will regain possession. Nifty footwork and still keeping possession. Was not to Incha, but all for naught, and the All-Stars with a goal kick. So far, this match has fared a lot better than last year's 7-1 blowout.
Yeah, last year's, you could tell in the first half that it was going to be a long night. And so far in this game, obviously 3-0 is a bit hard to overcome if you're the ICL All-Stars, but, you know, it's still relatively close in certain perspectives. But, you know, but they've had a couple opportunities to score tonight. They haven't come up with them yet. The Menace have just done a good job of avoiding that.
And trouble as this is stolen away. And Ishibwami's there, but still ball bouncing away, and the All-Stars able to clear it out. And Ishibwami getting carried away. But still good sportsmanship to help up Mendez.
Yeah, that's a good job by him. Both players took a tumble, able to get up, which is good. And the good thing is we have not seen any bad injuries or bumps and bruises tonight. In friendly matchups, you never want to do that, and quite possibly could be the worst time for, you know, a key player or somebody to get hurt is in a matchup that really doesn't have a meaning. So it's been a good, clean game so far, and obviously with time closing down with about 18 to go.
Lami Lekon making a move, but ball bouncing out. Lamb sends it past the touchline, and now a throw in.
All-Stars with another opportunity. They've had a couple throw-ins, couple corner kicks. Haven't been able to come close yet.
Throwing again, but Walston's got it. And Sobol sends it out. Irakose. And entering the box now, but stymied by the back line. Lamb clears it.
A good job by Lamb. I thought the All-Stars might break through there. Fortunately for the Menace is back in. They've kind of weathered that all night. And with 17 to go, and, you know, looking on the screen, obviously they play Sporting Kansas City, so that's going to be another interesting matchup to watch. You know, obviously it's a friendly, so you don't care about the result, but, you know, I'm interested to see how they go about approaching that game, and it should be fun to watch. I mean, when you're getting to play a team like that, especially indoors, that's going to be a fun one to watch.
Unfortunately, closed off to the public, but it's going to be valuable experience for the Menace team. As they get to play some high-level competition. Orban able to come away with it somehow. A diving, sliding tackle to keep it in Des Moines' possession.
Yeah, Mendez is still getting up, having trouble with that cleat.
Shibata, and just tripped up at the last second. Fearing Regosa was gonna go at his knees a bit.
Yeah, Shibata almost had himself one there. Good job by Regosa. And the All-Stars are threatening here.
Orban. Gradell. All-Stars not pressing.
And with 15 minutes to go, I'm kind of surprised. Obviously, I don't think there's going to be too much added time on in the second half. So I'd like to see the All-Stars get aggressive. You've only got a few more opportunities to make a push. So go all out in these last few minutes.
It's like Di Giovanni with it. Sends it upfield. And misplaying it was the keeper, but Irakose able to put it out of harm's reach. Oh man, that could have been disastrous.
Is playing with fire. That's 2. Shibata almost had an opportunity earlier a couple minutes ago, and again, I mean, he is really pushing the limits. He's held his ground.
Mata and Shah fouled, and now free kick, but not before nearly 5 subs.
Yeah, this is
in.
half a lineup coming out onto the field for the All-Star team, but obviously 14 minutes to go, down 3-0, a win or even a tie is looking almost very difficult to grasp. So they're going to get some guys some playing time that haven't had the opportunity tonight, and the Menace have basically got everybody else out there.
22 All-Stars were selected from across a variety of indoor league teams. Of course, you mentioned at the start of the broadcast, Team Full Send being the majority of the players, and Full Send FC making up a good chunk of the starting lineup, but some Cedar Rapids Soccer Club members in there, and Trevo Locus.
And Futo FC, they have a couple players as well, but you know, there's a wide variety of different players, so it's good to have a mix of different players from different clubs.
Now, a corner opportunity for the All-Stars. Haven't had a corner since about maybe 30 minutes into the first half.
It's been a long time, so it's kind of good to see they're getting a corner kick now. Could be an opportunity for them to maybe get one.
Flory Hembo will take it. Hembo skies it. It's there, and it's sent down, but I don't think Irakose knew where the ball was going. Walson sends it away. Ishibwami gives it up. Now the All-Stars back on the attack. Olama Lekon sends it in, but now it's cleared out. Menace on the counter.
A good job by the Menace back in there, and Inical being ready as now they're moving quickly down the left side.
Nifty move. Orban, and gets tripped up on the left side. Starting to heat up now in the last 10 minutes of the match.
Yeah, 10 minutes left to go. A few players that have not had a lot of time to play for the All-Stars getting a little chippy. Throw in here for the Menace, so 10 minutes to go. You know, a last-second goal would be very nice to see, but playing the game smooth and clean and avoiding injuries would be ideal for both teams.
Absolutely. Both these squads have their seasons to look forward to, whether indoor or outdoor. Hembo. Orban got caught with his arm out, preventing a run for the All-Stars. Now a free kick from about the 20-yard line.
They've had a couple. They've had a corner kick. They've had a couple free kicks and a couple throw-ins on the left side of the field. So, you know, there's opportunities. Obviously, Hinickel's only been in the game for about 15 minutes, so he's still fresh. So put one up at the right angle here and butt it in maybe.
And just missing the back post and cleared away. And an opportunity was there for ICL.
It was definitely there. He just missed it. It was a perfect kick. It wasn't able to come through with it.
Through the legs of Nickel, but clearly offside, and no damage done. Clean sheet still intact with just under 9 to go, plus some change. Nickel. Orban tried to stretch out for the ball, but couldn't get it. Lamilekon leaves it. ICL on the attack. Cross in. Heinickel doesn't fall on it, but able to get bailed out by his defense. Lamb with it now.
Yeah, that scared me for a second. I thought he would just fall on it. That seemed to be the right thing to do. You had 2 ICL players within 5 feet. Fortunately, they cleared it, but that could have gotten rid of the goose egg on the board that the Menace have held on to now.
Sent back. Shibata. Alston in trouble here. Lamb. Give it back to his keeper after the slip up. Riddell. Orban, nice move inside. Sowell.
Nice pass.
Shibata spin for the second time this match. Natan nearly had the run.
That spin move that Shibata has, that is special. I thought that he had a perfect assist right there for a shot on Ragoza. That would have been the highlight reel of the night, even though that they're up 3-0.
Yes, and let's take a look at the Metro Heat and Cooling replay. Second time nifty spin move has been used, and the ball control, and Natan Shah was nearly there to finish. Shibata now with some pace, and definitely a card coming, and indeed it is.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious. Ref is still following to flash the yellow card.
Yeah.
Shibata was kind of on a runaway there and
kept trying to run away, not make eye contact.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't see it, if I can't see him, he can't see me.
Maybe he won't call it if he doesn't make eye contact with me.
So take a look, and very easily.
Yeah, pretty obvious call.
Hasn't been a yellow all day, but now in the 84th minute.
Finally pulled out.
A yellow card has been presented to the ICL All-Stars number 11, Alex Zambrano.
Right side, and Shah. And Shah with it. Still shielding the ball. And coughed up. Now ICL on the run. Lamilekon with some pace. Up the middle. Oh, what a brilliant run. Oh, but stymied. And Di Giovanni able to stop it. That looked
He had promising speed. I thought he was going to burst through that gap. He almost had it, and then it would have just been him on Heinickel. Fortunately for the back end of the Menace, they've been strong there all night.
Cross back inside, kicked away. Ishibwami was waiting for it, but not in time, as ICL now on the attack. Kick in and a diving save. Heinickel.
What a stretch here from Heinickel. A beautiful shot, too. An even better save, reaches out far left of the goal, stretching out right for him. Another great look at it here.
And man, stretched all out for that one. Now here comes the corner. Irakose couldn't get to the header. It's chipped in, and very lucky for the Menace. That just sailed over the crossbar.
Yeah, the All-Stars are really trying to just put anything in the net. Obviously, they've been close. That was another very close call, a great stop by Heinickel. But you've got 4 minutes and a couple extra minutes to add on to work with. So if you're looking to maybe put one in the net, it's looking promising. But for the Menace, a goose egg shutout would obviously be a great result for a friendly matchup.
Yeah, clean sheet so far for Des Moines. Shibata from behind, and a foul. And we'll have a last-minute sub for Des Moines.
Yeah, 2 Menace players are going to come in with 3 minutes now to go.
Looks like Ronaldo Ordaz will sub in.
All-Stars are going to keep the same 11 out there, obviously, so that is probably it for the rotations for ICL. For the Menace, they're getting a couple guys back in that have already played in this game.
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, Ronaldo Ordaz, goal scorer in the 27th minute. He'll replace Rashid Ishibwami.
And that replay there, that was the foul that was called. So obviously that would have been the All-Stars' first potential goal of the night.
Right now,
still down.
Sora Shibata still in some pain, and you'd hate to get injured on really a reckless, silly challenge in the last 5 minutes of the match.
Man, hopefully he's able to get up.
Hopefully just a cramp as they work kind of the meaty part of the calf. And it's, I don't know if you've ever personally had a Charlie horse before. But
oh, I've had quite a few of them, and they are not fun. And that is why everybody make sure you always hydrate 24 hours before a game, not an hour before the game. Bananas help as well.
And I don't know if our viewers have seen, but an official cramping up in the middle of a World Cup match, but they gave him some pickle juice.
Yeah, that definitely helps. And there's those little pickle juice shots almost that you pop them. It's amazing the amount of resources there is to help with cramps nowadays in sports.
Apparently they solve cramps within minutes, which I find mind-boggling.
That is
pickle juice is able to do that. Well, Malekon with the steal, moving with pace, and went just ahead of the ball. That's how quick he was going. Cross in. Walston was able to clear it out. Comes the Menace. Oh, what a run. Still going. Onto Ncha. Leaves it for Orban, but Orban able to go between the legs. Now on the left side, crossing in. And slide tackle ICL. Still not out of danger.
Only 20 seconds to go in regulation, and the Menace are making it seem like it's a last-minute needed goal.
Natan Shah guilty of a handball, but that was a brilliant run from Natan Shah here, able to fend off 2-3 defenders.
And he went half the length of the field here in a beautiful pass.
And then after that, Orban, after that replay, was able to meg his opponent, and now we are officially in added time territory.
Last few minutes here. Obviously for the Menace, you want to keep that goose egg. Never mind.
And the official not giving any stoppage time, and that will do it. Des Moines victorious in this homegrown series friendly. winning 3-0 on the Iowa Champions League All-Stars. And both teams showing out, representing Iowa, but the Menace, most importantly, able to get a midseason checkup on their reserves, and it proves they've passed the physical.
Yeah, well, the Menace were barking at the door all night. 3-0 win, 2 in the first half, and then we got a surprise goal early in the second half to make it 3-0. And at that point, it was just smart soccer, passing the ball, good defense, couple scares there later in the game with Heinickel back in the net, but they did a good job tonight. Obviously, it doesn't go in the record books, but it's a good friendly matchup to not only play with a few kinks, set some stuff up to see what you want to work on. But, if you're Coach Newton, you're happy with what you saw tonight. Now they get to go enjoy a fun matchup between Sporting Kansas City in a few days, and then they look towards Peoria, and now on the 27th of June, that is going to be the game that everybody's circling on their calendar.
And MediaCom Stadium will most certainly be packed, as there's some familiar faces on Peoria City's team after some midseason departures, and always Peoria City, the biggest rival for the Des Moines Menace. They have that home matchup crucial for the playoffs next Saturday. But 3-goal performance from the Menace, and it is enough to win their 4th matchup against the ICL All-Stars. Well, for Kellen Toch, I'm Henry Gonzalez saying good night from Des Moines, Iowa. The Menace victorious 3-0